Yolon True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it's officers time again. As I said, I will do a little series now to talk about all the officers that I haven't talked about yet. There's so much stuff in this game that you never know what to talk about in the end. But I promise that I will have one video for every officer in the end on this channel, and so I have to push that forward a little bit. But before we start talking about Ahvix, I just want to remind you, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, but do like my videos of course, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, click also this little bell and all notifications so that YouTube will inform you when a new video is out. But let's talk about Ahvix. As you might have seen now with the last officer I did, I just go through the alphabet now with the officers. There will always be some in between, like I did in the past. When new officers come up, of course, I will talk about them. But in general, I just go through them in alphabetical order now. And Ahvix is one that you will probably need quite early in the game, in your first stages, when you are around in Eclipse space. You see, I could upgrade her if I had the independent credits, which I don't. But she is probably one that you will have quite early, and that makes sense quite early. But let's have a look at the information first. She's class engineering, she's from the group Outlaws, and the faction is none, of course, because it's Outlaws. So no Federation, no Romulans, no Klingons, it's just Outlaws. But that also means that you need the independent credits, which are really hard to get in the amount that you need. If I look at my Grush, I made a video about him quite early because he's a very important officer for warp range. I need loads of independent credits. I could have upgraded him twice already and extended the warp range, but I just don't have the independent credits. And it's unfortunately the same with her, because instead of a faction with faction credits, she needs the independent credits, as you can see, but otherwise the normal experience points and of course badges. That's why the information that she's an engineer is so important, so that you know when from a certain level, when you want to level her up or upgrade her, you need an engineering badge. Fortunately I have 14 of those, so that's not my issue. My issue is just that I'm more than 3,000 independence credits short. You need them for the guys from Mutt's teams, you need them for Khan's team, yeah, and a number of others, and so the Ferengi, and so you're always short on them. Unfortunately, I would like to have a bigger source of that, because in the augment section where you can exchange them, it's not overflow. But she's a rare officer, and that says something. Oh no, we're not going there yet. We're going to the abilities first, of course. Yeah, we're switching to the independent credits. That drove me crazy again. She has a captain's ability and an officer's ability. When she was introduced in the game, there were no below deck abilities in this game. The captain's ability is when fighting Eclipse hostiles, including Armada targets, for the first 3 rounds of combat, Ahvix increases the chance of a critical hit by 20%. It's not such a great thing compared to officers like you and so on, but later in the game. But you will probably only have them later in the game, and you might have Ahvix quite early when you're just starting with all the Eclipse stuff, with grinding for the security codes to finally build your Stellar. That's probably the point where you already might have her. So that's why she plays an important role that early in the fight against Eclipse hostiles and in your early Eclipse armadas. And the officer's ability is shield remodulation. When fighting Eclipse hostiles, including armadas, Ahvix has a chance to decrease the shield deflection, armor, and dodge of the opponent by 40%. And you see how high the chance is depends on the level, because it's in green, and that means that changes by leveling her up. She's only level 15 with me because of the independent credits, and I have different priorities. But even when she's lower, at that time when you normally get her, she still will be of a lot of help against Eclipse hostiles and Eclipse armadas, unless you are very lucky to have very good armada crews first and so on. So she is a very important officer early in the game. I'm not using her anymore for anything but away teams, and that's why I almost too fast got there. But otherwise, you will like her very early. And I know that I have a lot of players that just started playing the game, and so you will like her. She's a rare officer. That means she has 2 possible officer traits, and I really need to upgrade her a little bit more, because the survivor part is not that often with officers that I have, and so I will need that part. But there were once again other officers I wanted to upgrade first, but that will come. I will unlock this. You need to unlock those both traits after another, and you see I've got 2 of her 3 engineer parts, and then comes the survivor. So it's a little bit of going there still, but I use her in away teams. Sometimes when I have too much where I have to send engineers and all the others are gone, I send her. But when I unlock the survivor thing, there are more away team missions where I need a survivor than I have survivors. And that's why I will definitely upgrade her again. And for quite some time, I'm only using her in away teams. But still, if you're earlier in the game, and starting with all the Eclipse stuff, and then you get Ahvix, you will like her. I did, and I suggest that you have a look on using her and with other outlaw officers in that early stages of the whole exchange part and the Eclipse hostiles and so on. And you know that I always make my videos as long as necessary and as short as possible, and with the officers it's something where I can just give you a certain information, and then I don't need to talk too much more, so you even save time and get the information that you hopefully wanted. But if you want to add something to Ahvix, then of course always write a comment if you have to add something to my videos from your own experience, or if you have questions or video requests. You know that I try to answer all questions, and I try to fulfill a lot of video requests, unless the videos are already there, as we regularly have as well. But then I just comment that the video is already there. But still, keep on suggesting videos that you need to see, and then either I will put it higher on my list, or I'll tell you the video is already there. But even if you only want to say hi and where you're from, I'm always happy to read that too, because I'm quite a curious person. And it's nice to know where my viewers are from, despite all these statistics that I get inside YouTube and stuff. But really to know what areas, what regions, what cities people come from, it's quite interesting. And if you want to see another video right now that YouTube has chosen for you from my videos, it's right here in the end screen. And I'll see you there. I'll be back.